Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a paycheck to paycheck budget with me. We are using the new budget planner that I created. I did do an entire video showing you how I set this up, and I did my monthly spread in it, and I believe I did last week's spread also. So if you haven't seen it before, really quickly, I can show you how it's set up. This is my monthly for November, in which I just kind of jot down all the different things that are happening throughout the course of the month. So then that way I can budget by the weeks. This is my monthly budget, which I will do the actuals at the end of the month when I do my budget to actual for the month of November. And then I have my savings rolling over balance. I have debt reduction down here. I have sinking funds, cash envelopes. And then this was last week's budget, which I already did the budget to actual for last week. And so I ended up with a balance of $350 in my account, and that was because the car insurance did not deduct last week as it was scheduled to. Like, it was scheduled to deduct on like the 8th or the 9th, but I guess since it fell on a weekend, it will deduct this particular week. So now we're going to be budgeting this week. I'm going to just do the exact same thing. Income, fixed expenses, variable expenses, and then my totals. And then I will also head over to my sinking funds for this week and my cash envelopes for this week. So I did jot down my income and expenses for this week. So we're going to start with that and add all of that into my weekly budget sheet. Okay, so now let's add this up and see what's the total under fixed and the total under variable. So the total under fixed expenses is $1736. The total under variable is $514, which totals out to $2250 for this paycheck. As far as my expenses, it is the tithe that goes to our church, offering that goes to our church. I have $65 going towards sinking funds, and we're going to look at the categories that includes in a second. Credit card debt, I'm paying $60 toward that. Car insurance, $361, since it did not come out last week. This is the amount that's still in my account for this week. $350 for the car note, $615 for the taxes for IRS, and so that totals out to $1736. Then I have $100 for a dental bill, $40 for a subscription that we have for my social media account. Groceries, we have $150. And that stays in our spending account. That's why I have spending next to that, because all of the rest of these come out of our bill account. This actually comes out of our spending account. So does the amount for my girl's hair. That comes out the spending account, and gas comes out the spending account, meaning I still use my debit card for these three expenses. And we have a separate account that separates our bills from our spending, and these three just stay in there. cash envelopes, we're going to take out $70 this particular week, and we're going to look at what that includes in a second. And that leaves me with $44 in the checking account, which I'm going to need because the car insurance is actually $361, but I only have $350 of that in the account from last week. So I'm actually like $11 short. So this 44 will go toward that 361. So that gives us 2250 and 2250, and it adds out to the difference. So now I'm going to switch over and look at my sinking funds and my cash envelopes for this particular week. Oh, another thing that I'm gonna do is add my cash tracker on this side of the page for my cash spending for this week, because that was one thing that I felt like was missing. I just really wanted a way to keep track of what I was spending my cash on. So I wanted to put that here. And this is a sticker that I actually sell in my shop. So now that that's there, let's turn over to, and as you can see, I use this side for scrap paper like all the time, which is why I'm like happy I don't have something on both sides of the planner. Okay, looking at our savings account, I'm not putting anything into savings this week unless our income happens to be more than the $22.50, and that's because I just don't have room to do that this week. So as of right now, it's going to be nothing, but I'm gonna leave it to when I actually get paid to make sure that that's what it's going to stay. As far as my debt reduction, I did make a payment last week. Let's see what it was. So I made 2 payments last week, really 3 if we're counting the dental bill. Okay, so the current debt that I'm working on is these 3 bills. This is not our only debt. This is just kind of what I'm pushing for to get down, and it totals $22,137. And this week I put $268 and another $100 toward it. So that's $468 total for week 1. This week though, I only have I think I have $160 set toward it. $100 for the dental bill and $60 toward the credit card. So that will be that. We'll see how it averages out, and then of course if I get anything extra, then I'll put more money on those. As far as my sinking funds for week 2, I have the following categories. I have auto, Christmas, travel, home, nails, clothing, and gifts. But I am not going to put something in each category this particular week. I'm only going to put something in my Christmas fund. I'm going to put $15 in Christmas. I'm going to do $25 in travel since we are going somewhere this month. And I'm going to do $25 in nails because I plan on getting my nails done at the end of the month. Everything else for this week is not going to get anything in. And I did put money in capital because, you know, capital kind of covers my sinking funds. With as far as the cash sinking funds that I keep, it's just kind of a placeholder to just add to the fund. But really and truly, I use the app in order to, you know, cover anything that may really come up. So currently I have $731.97 in my Capital app, which means the first week I did 167.97 to 257.97. So this week I only have $65 allotted to my sinking funds. So I don't have all of the cash that I need to actually fund my envelopes. I will have to go to the bank once I get paid to actually put the amounts in the envelopes as I normally do. But I do know what denominations I need for each particular envelope, so I'll make sure I have enough change to cover that. As far as my cash envelopes, I have eating out, I have my kids, miscellaneous, which is like my personal money, and other, which is money that usually goes to my husband. For my cash envelopes, I still have $33 from last week that did not get spent from my cash envelopes. So for this week, I had $40 allotted to my kids, and then I had $30 allotted to eating out or to do anything I wanted to do, if I wanted some coffee or something like that. And I didn't have anything for the other category. So as of right now, I'm going to use the additional money that I had for my personal and my husband's personal money, and not take this out of the account, and then still just take out the $70 to cover these other two categories. So that's the plan. We will see how it works out once I take out the cash and once we actually get paid, because right now we're just kind of pre-planning for the week, and then once I get paid, we will see where all the numbers lie, and then once I pay bills, how it goes from there. Okay, so this is going to be the setup for my paycheck to paycheck budget. I do have my projected numbers here. Once I actually get paid, I will add the amounts here, and this will be my cash tracking on this side. I'm going to use this sticker, see how it works this week. And then for my sinking funds, I am going to be adding $65 toward sinking funds. I'm going to have $70 currently toward cash envelopes, and I also am going to try, and I might actually put that $33 in our savings, since I don't have anything allotted for savings this week. We will see. And then I also have $160 allotted for debt reduction this particular week. So that's how my setup is going. If you're interested in this budget book and you want one on your own, make sure that you check the description box. I will have a link to it there, and I will see you in the next video. Until next time, keep organizing your life so that you can achieve your dreams. Bye guys.